Welcome in, everybody, to the AEL High School Competition. Welcome to Term 3 with Mattse and TwoTapTony. Tony, it's a pleasure to have you on board once again for the next term here. And are you excited for these games?
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm excited to be back. It's been a while. We've had a little bit of a break. A lot has changed since
Yeah.
last time that you saw us on the screen. And yeah, I'm keen to see how that all works out for some of these teams going into our competition.
Yeah, I'm keen to see how it's all going to go for them. I think that they've definitely had a lot of time to focus up. New teams, a new season, new team ups. Excited to
Yeah.
see how it's all going to go down. But you know what else is going down? We're getting down with our sponsors right here, right now, everybody. A big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
Oh, absolutely. And a big shout out to HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks when you need speed, control, and zero distractions. Officeworks has got the tech, this other gaming gear made to handle serious play, man.
Yeah, serious play every damn day. You love to see it, Tony. Just like you love to see a nice piece of Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. I want some right now, Tony. Give me a bowl of the good
Absolutely.
stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, just like our absolute superior competition we are about to
Mm.
see unfold before us. The first game here today, the first match of the term will be with none other than SPLC Panthers taking on one of our new arrivals, KBGS Housefire
Mhm.
YT. So, very eager to see how this one is going to go. Who's it going to be, Tony? Well, you don't need to wait for long because we are going to get in game, everybody. Let's go.
Let's get into it, Matt. An exciting one, of course, domination, best of one between these two teams. As you said, going to be a newer face here in KBGS, and of course, we're familiar with the SPLC Panthers. And Matt, the HUD looks a little different. It looks a little crazy from last term because we've got a ton of team ups. I believe it's 100 plus team ups, and very important you pick the right one because there's a lot that are very strong at the current moment here in Season 9.
Absolutely, Tony. There's a lot of strength you can put on full display there. I'm very eager to see more where that came from. Magneto are going to be the first thing banned out there, so unfortunately the Emperor will be dethroned from that hero. But what does that leave open? A Gambit. What doesn't leave open is a Black Panther. So right now it's looking similar to my ranked games, Tony.
Yeah, this feels fitting. Gamma gets let through.
Yeah.
Hela gets let through. Hela's really, really strong at the current moment, Matt. It feels like those extra squids from the team up, of course, don't necessarily need Nomori in the picture. That's why KBGS are going to ban it out. Nomori in the picture helps Hela quite a bit, but also just not even having it doesn't really matter. Hela does a ton on her own there. Of course, summoning those squids upon a KO is just so much extra chip damage that allows to snowball for more KOs.
Elsa going to be banned out as well now. High impact duelist, obviously there's other options at the moment available, like your Black Cats, your Daredevil, and more the like. But we'll see how they fare with no Glartrox available, no traps to deal with some of the more dive-centric heroes, let's say. But we do have White Fox actually being protected through now. Surprising to see that one come out, considering the priority over Mantis in other affairs.
Yeah, a lot of teams have taken up to the Mantis way of living, and Mantis pretty solid backline strategist that amplifies the damage that comes out. Magic going to be locked in here for KBGS, of course, going to be keeping that White Fox on the side of SPLC. We know what Juno's capable of on that one. And yeah, a lot of interesting picks that are still up for the taking, right? We see a few hovers, of course. Black Widow is one that I want to isolate here, Matt. Black Widow has been on a tear this season since her rework.
Yeah, and there's going to be no ban torn away alongside the Black Widow there this time. So, yeah, unfortunate this time. We'll see what else comes through. Rocket going to be banned away, so less res potential with no BRB here. Really liking the ban line from SPLC on this one.
Yeah, I don't mind this one. You know, Rocket, pretty good. Mag as well, getting taken out of the picture. Allows SPLC to play a little bit more into comfort picks. We're seeing double hit skin actually going to be hovered here. Hella Cyclops is an interesting choice. Of course, Gambit being left up, so both sides are going to take it. Why not? Gambit's there. You may as well pick it up. Hulk is an interesting one here from SPLC. Keen to see how Shiva pilots that one. Well, for KBGS, sorry. Going to be Dive. A lot of dive characters here. Magic Daredevil, Venom. So expect some coordination to come through here from KBGS going into this first point of domination.
Yeah, excited to see exactly what will be unfolding here, Tony. And you know what I want to see heading into the future with all these team-up updates is a team-up icon on the HUD at the top.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think like a little icon
really handy.
to like, yeah, just help out the... yeah, I reckon that's my suggestion to the Rivals devs there. Because, yeah, I think that would be important to know exactly what they're focused up on. Because otherwise, we don't know till we check things out later.
Yeah, no, it's like one that you just kind of have to work out by looking at it.
Look at the icon.
Yeah, KBGS walking up here. Just that Venom team up. A little bit different. Does...
The Phoenix team up online.
Yeah, the Phoenix team up. That actually allows Venom to hit a little bit harder. You know, normally we see Venom just kind of sustain through fights, but now Venom does damage, like serious damage. And, well, for both sides, they're going to have to be careful of it. We're going to be seeing Shiva walk up here as well with Hyper. And it's already a quick KO there from Praise.
Yeah, Praise has always been a strong player for the SPLC side, so it's really impressive to see how they've been able to really hold themselves together so comfortably through this one, Tone, and very keen to see what else they can achieve heading forward into this one. For now, though, just going to hold a position and maintain course on this one. Praise, looking to hold back. Nicely done. The Soul Crush there. We'll be able to, Soul Drain will be able to inflict some pain there. You silly goose are going to be letting loose on the enemies right now.
Silly goose letting loose here. We can see SPLC pretty controlling the point pretty well. We're going to be a turtle bomb coming out here as well to keep everybody healthy, kind of stabilize the fight if KBGS were to walk up. And of course, you can go into that dagger form, deal a little bit more. Sorry, the cloak form, deal a little bit more damage. You're going to be seeing as well Juno going into the Kumiho Unleash, and Shiva going to be walking through. Cyclops ult as well coming from SPLC, just dishing out a ton of damage. This Hulk, he's able to snipe people out of air, it would seem, Matt. KBGS, unfortunately, going to be sent back to their spawn for the moment. Here's some great spacing on the fight from SPLC.
Yeah, seems like Hulk smashed their way straight out of the Spider-Man brand new day movie into this server right now. Hyper going to be bringing out the piece of the Abyss as well there. Good KO onto the Luna this time, and looking to no sooner go for more. It's interesting to see the shift of role this term as well, Tony, where Hyper, more normally a strategist player, particularly having presence on Jeff, now being put into that Vanguard role.
Yeah, no, it's cool to see Hyper change it up. SPLC experimenting with the lineup a little bit. You know, they had a pretty decent showing last term, of course. You see Darkchild coming through. Here's going to be Silly Goose getting involved here, trying to take out easy on the Cyclops. We'll see the Goddess of Death coming through here from Praise, trying to get those squids out, trying to get that damage dealt. Nobody going to fall here. No KOs gifted to Praise just yet. Using that new directional burden to get on towards the Luna, but a quick trade here. KBGS, at least they're able to cap the point now in OT. I mean, still OT ticking. Hyper swinging around the point, not able to stall for much longer. Here's going to be SPLC having a retreat on this one.
Yeah, having a retreat this time. It looks like Hulk's going to be back in Hulk form from a puny banner there and ready to launch the next attack. A good KO trades across the board. KBGS do have the Rage and Royal Flush at the ready there, so they can look to sustain through this mission area a while longer, especially if SPLC go for the engage here. Great Carbon Crusher forces Shiva down to puny banner form. They don't even need to commit any ults here to hold on to their defense right now.
Yeah, no ults necessary to hold this one off from SPLC. Class on the outskirts here. They have so many ultimates, so why not use them? Going to be seeing the Psionic Seduction secure SPLC in place for the rest of the teammates to clean up here. KOs quickly, just like that. KBGS only needing 2 ultimates there, Matt, to get that fight done and dusted. And for SPLC now, gonna have to regroup. They do have Cyclops ult coming up, the Kumio as well, slowly starting to be pieced together. So SPLC, they're going to have to be a little bit more cautious on their approach, though, with the double hit scan. They have to be a little bit worrisome that the dive is just going to run them over if they're not careful.
You have to be extra vigilant, especially now that Odd Octopus has managed to get the odd KO or 2 there. Shiva going down as well, so great from KBGS, but it's the Eternal Bonder coming out right now. Ruby Rage as well, gonna be the Rage Royal Flusher trying to respond there. It doesn't even matter, it's Cyclops wreaking absolute havoc over the back line right now. KBGS in a lot of trouble here, getting disparaged at the final turn. They yearn to hold on to this one, but it just isn't enough. The KOs trickle through for SPLC. They are getting the staggered approach here, which means they might be able to edge it over the line. You can see the change up over to the Strange though, Tony. The dance floor coming out as well. They are trying to hold on to this mission area for dear life.
Yeah, that dance floor gives good stall here for KBGS, but you can still see Hyper and Shiva very much dive heavy. Vanguards for the likes of SPLC. Kumio going to be coming out. Portal comes from KBGS. Overtime just on a slither here as everybody from the red side trying to pile on towards the point for the Kumio, and Praise will shut it out with the help of Hyper. SPLC, that was a little bit closer on the percentage than they probably would have let on initially, Matt, but they take the vault, they go to the hand.
Oh yeah, just coming at us for a second while we're in between, Tony. Just investigating. Something on the back end there, but we will be back in the game in just a second here, folks, so bear with us for a second. There we go. Should be A-okay.
We're
back in action and ready to gain more traction here, Tony. Oh, look at that spray. It's a little Jeffy. Oh, overwhelmed by Cyclops. Gotta love it. Come on.
Let the man have his spray. SPLC, though, that was a good, guess, like, recapture of that point to close the game out there in that first one. So I was doing a handstand.
I think we need some of that upper body strength, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew Devil was buff, but yeah, that's a
he got
ton
it like
of
that, huh?
Yeah, he got it like that, apparently. Going back to my point, yeah, good hold there from SPLC. They didn't want to lose that point because, as well, like I always think about tilt being a factor in games like this, Matt, where it's best to one. You don't really get that room to adapt and room to talk things through. You kind of just have to take stuff as it happens to you. So yeah, SPLC definitely not going to be too tilted. They got the point back, they got the percentage, they got themselves the Celestial Vault, and now the hand. And they're trying to take some fights early on here. They trade places with KBGS there for a second. Praise going for the dunk down there. Quick KO secured on the Gambit. Hyper and as well Easy getting involved in that directional bird. Lets Praise fly up and hits a cheeky little squid there on the silly goose.
Yeah, come on and Slam. Welcome to the jam there. They managed to absolutely get dunks through onto the KO feed there. They'll be very happy with the early control they've garnered now, and we're going to see if they can capture a bit more than that as well. I enjoyed the sheer laser focus coming out from Praise there. Taking down a Master Striker immediately was a great way to enable them, but now with the Dark Child coming out, the re-engage is swift from KBGS. They're shutting down all the critical members of SPLC Panthers right now, and with quick succession, they will be able to get that mission area back.
I like this. KBGS, a newer face here to the AEL High School Competition, Matt, for Term 3. And yeah, they're knocking on the door and taking points back against SPLC, who's, one of the heavy favorites in a competition like this, and definitely one of the more experienced teams in a competition like this. So you can see maybe GS as well set up pretty well for the 3-2-1, especially with that Venom holding on for the dive. Hyper as well looking for a dive of their own. And it's going to be a quick trade 1-for-1. We're going to see ultimates popped, and we're going to be seeing another KO there from Hyper.
Yeah, maybe more to follow. Prey's doing a good job to raise hell on their enemies. Oh, I love the shift of focus. Straight onto the strategist there. They know where their priorities lie, but where the priorities lie is a survivability into this fight here. Prey's in trouble. The Soul Drain keeps them in the fight a while longer. They will get the flip eventually, but I gotta give props to KBGS for holding on as long as they did, getting it over halfway.
Yeah, securing above 50% is good now because they have to contest once again. And of course having as much time on the clock as well to contest with that percentage. So they're just kind of floating about here. The Hulk just really being a bouncy threat here. We've got Eternal Bond and Kumio up. It's going to be the Kumio first. Pops is as well going to be the Cyclops. A laser coming through. Nobody going to be taken out of that one. It's actually Darkchild here from Silly Goose doing the quick work. This KO secured. Eternal Bond now popped. SPLC having to use a lot of resources to try and even out this fight.
Yeah, committing a lot to this one. They now have no ults across both teams. Yeah, but if they can shut down KBGS in the neutral, they can gain a lot more percentage, and it looks like they are finding success, having the player advantage now, forcing the old Octopus and Co back. This is going to be the perfect scenario here. Oh, there's no way. They just got the Beast of the Abyss, and they immediately lose it. This is worst case scenario.
Oh man, and Praise is just now standing tall, trying to deliver. Portal here from KBGS as they try to make their final mark here. Darkchild out here from Silly Goose. And they found themselves a quick 2 KOs there. Gonna be easy and one of the strategists take it out. Times taking shit. He's able to answer. Backface the Abyss is going to get everybody low on the Antsy, and they're looking for these KOs traded. Hyper feeling at home now on the Venom. Shiver as well getting amongst it. And you can see this Magic trying to live for the moment, trying to stay up and online as point is flipped back to KBGS.
Flip back and ready to try and smash their way forward. Will they succeed? Who knows, as they're already down a player and maybe more to follow. Shiva in a bit of trouble here, but they will be able to crawl ahead of it. Now finding Barry there through the crossfires. One strategist down and maybe more to follow. They're losing player for player. Now no one there to sustain them from the strategist lineup. This is troublesome here for KBGS. The flip could be inevitable here unless they can hold on.
You can see the real class trying to do something. Point slowly getting staggered out here. Soulsy going to be securing those KOs, and now the Hulk's just trying to do all that he can to stop them from touching the point. At least they're able to get on, so overtime will tick for just a little bit. And the clap comes through, the double KO from Shiver, and that is SPLC with a quick 2-0 here on the Celestial Ask. I say quick, but there were moments in that one, Matt, where KBGS definitely fought for it.
Yeah, GG, well played, well done too. Our veteran team in the AEL side of things, SPLC Panthers, Praise, MVP raising hell on the Goddess of Death there, Hella. And very eager to see more where that came from into their future games, but you can see the scoreboard in a second after that runs its course. Panthers getting the victory there, obviously, but look at that, Tony. 22 finals.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Holy
That's crazy.
Moly. Indeed. That is just insane. We saw Praise as well hit so many nice taps there with the Hella Blades. And as well, I have to give credit to Hyper. As we alluded to, SPLC doing a little bit of construction with the roster and, changing up Hyper onto different roles. And Hyper feels at home on the Venom. It was definitely a treat to watch there. KBGS, I have to give them props as well. As we said, coming into a game like this against a team like SPLC, you're definitely going to have, it's a little bit of, knocking on one of the better teams here in the competition, as we've seen, more experienced at the helm. And, they did pretty well. Domination, if it was a best of 3, we probably could have saw that one go a little bit closer.
Yeah, and I guess that's the beauty of the first week of a competition here, you know, in our Swiss stage, before we move on to different things as we progress through into future weeks. But for now, get to see our best of ones between our squadrons, and very eager to see what else we will have coming through from this one. Speaking of what else is going to be coming through, though, to Tap Tony, we are going to be moving on up to our next series of the day. What is it? Where is it? Well, glad you asked. It's going to be BSDE Infinity Stones taking on SPCM Spaghetti Sauce. So, Tony, are you ready to get into this one on Celestial Husk again?
I'm ready to get messy like spaghetti sauce, man. This is going to be an exciting one. Of course, back on Celestial Husk, interesting point. You know, domination. There's a lot of domination maps that we could play. Hell's Heaven is a favorite of mine because it just kind of looks
Burn
cool.
into T'Challa?
Burn into Charlotte, also a fun one. That
You
one
like
with
Royal
the
Palace,
waterfall.
don't you?
Royal Palace, yeah. Look, Royal Palace is look. I played it too much when it was
When it
originally in
came
the
out?
pool. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I got sick of that one pretty quick. But yeah, going back to Burn into Charlotte, that one's fun. You get the waterfall. The environmental KO potential is crazy on that one. So, you know, hopefully we'll see Burn into Charlotte for our games here. But we go into it. BSDE versus SPCM. Matt, and you know, probably a very high priority ban, and one we didn't see from the last one is going to be Black Cat first.
Oh my days. Well, you know what's not a priority ban? A dual pull has been taken out here. Oh my goodness, Tony. I've never seen this one in my days, but you know what? I'm all for it. Dual pull are going to be taken out of the pool this time around alongside a Black Cat, but Emma Frost is going to be first protected this time for AEL High, so very eager to see how the Emma Frost player will fare.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Emma Frost does have a lot of team ups at their disposal. It's interesting to see AEL High currently hovering the Mantis one over, I believe it is just normally the Luna one that a lot of Emmas that we've seen, at least that I've seen from streams, of course, just going for the Luna one. It's a pretty prominent one, to say the least.
It's changed direction now, Tony, because the Luna one is good because it does provide that slow, you know, you can hands to the wall, but more prominently, we are seeing a shift towards the Mantis team up now because of the bonus health it provides, and because you get the Mind Crush every like 3 or 4 seconds, so as long as you burn down that crystal, you basically have a much more beefy Emma. You know, you can maintain your frontline presence for ages. You end up with 850 health total with the overshield on top, or the bonus health on top.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that's how it works. So that's yeah, kind of cool to see. Especially that maybe as well, Mantis might get let through here if SPCM aren't expecting that one. I'm seeing Spider-Man taken away. They're cautious. They understand that McBoonu's here. This is BSDE. Anyone can play Spider-Man, really.
Oh yeah, anyone can play Spider-Man. But hopefully it's not a brand new day for Spider-Man today, because it's been banned out, Tony. But you know what's been brought in? When dual pull falls, strat pull prevails. No time for van pull, it's strat pull. Breaking back in, and you know what else is breaking back in? It's McBoonoo with the BP, albeit there's no Fruital alongside him. But Tony, we know what McBoonoo is capable of. We've seen them make plenty of big plays in the past. And speaking of making big plays, AEL High might be looking to make big plays with the enhanced Mantis team up there alongside Emma. So, with that one being enhanced, you do get the soul shattering, or the soul crystal. If you shatter that one, you are going to get the bonus of the bonus health there, and you'll reduce the cooldown of your E in the mind control. So yeah, it's just an endless cycle of bonus health if you lock in.
30 seconds before you attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, of course, looking at the composition here for SPCM, right? We've got a good front line. You know, Mag Strange used to be pretty common as of early days, early seasons, right? You know, we were speaking about early seasons just before. And Mag Strange always kind of a tried and trusted duo on the front line. as we go into this first point here. Feels like we were just here a second ago, Matt. We were just in that
We're
first game.
back.
Area.
We're back on Celestial Husk once again here.
They're misfits who make me feel at home.
Yeah, look, even White Fox says they make them feel at home, and I think we feel at home on this map right now, Tony. But speaking of the map, we are going to be getting locked in, and Future Ferris are putting a full showcase over the Scarlet Witch team-up for Magneto. There's a big reason he's been banned so much at the mid-season finals because of that team-up. He's so powerful and can get damage from almost a limitless distance.
Yeah, it's just so free for the damage here to come poking through. Party Poison taken out. Voodoo. Well, he's able to trade though. As I said, the Black Panther's a little bit hard to deal with. Dive still pretty heavy in Mattse, as we've seen as well, especially from international competition. It's another from McBurnett. They'll get traded out though. Strange has to be cautious though. Taken to a slither. Strap pull gonna keep them up though. And SPCM. So gonna take this point. Not if AEL High has anything to say about it though, Matt.
No, and it looks like they've got plenty to say about it, Tony. Already locking in on the Gaio there, getting the shielding up as well, trying to yield some deeper results onto this one, but unfortunately you're not able to get much more as they're not landing those Mind Crushers, Tony, but it doesn't matter. But Bruno is landing the charges, barging straight into the back line with a double KO on this one. More to follow up from Cheezel and a go. They set the ebb and flow of this one and are looking to get that early control on the objective.
They're looking to get that early control. Definitely wasn't expecting that, especially with how the fight went to SPCM initially. Yeah, Party Poison early, but the rest of BSDE holding down the fort now and holding down the space. This is an aggressive position from AEL High. They're on the low ground just as SPCM going to be walking out of their spawn. That Mantis team up pretty much keeping AEL High in this front line uncontested here. Doing the job of two Vanguards, it's just the one.
Yeah, 2-in-1 special here, and gonna be landing. Oh, that is strategists in the Psionic Seduction there. Almost thought they could have caught the Jeff, but not today. It's Jeff still available for SPCM, so if they do want to shift to the direction of the mission area, they can definitely do it. Like, that ult could be a pretty powerful solution, especially with the player gap between these teams. If they're able to take out even one of the BSDE members, they can work out in a big way here.
With Voodoo's, though, being a constant threat here towards the strategist on the back line. And SPCM, of course, playing into the triple, right? We have that Strat pull, we've got the Venom, we've got the we got the Mantis and the Jeff. You know, normally see the Venom team up as well there, but AEL High will be kicking away the Jeff, and point is still currently being held by BSDE. That percentage building up. At least one trade back. Soul Search is here as well as CM now using a ton of their ultimates. I have Agamotto too to try and soften up Cheezel for a quick KO blow. The percentage will be forced out here, and positioning going to be given over to SPCM.
So far, so good, and at long last, they will be able to flip the mission area. So, looking good for them right now. Sonic Siphon coming through from AEL High. You're going to be hearing a lot of that, Tony, with the bonus health so quickly available. Bass Descent is available as well for McBoodoo. If they want to use it, speaking of, it will appear. Sonic Seduction now locking them in place as well. Big pickup, and it's going to be the Assassin's Focus coming out from Dive Compa as well, ready to bring down the Party Poison, but Poison has an antidote, and it's going to be bringing it down a notch from a Silky right now, getting everything they need. Finally, Zam ready to spam and go ham.
Reno just holding on to that glove trucks as well, man. I was expecting to see that one maybe, but saving it for the next fight. McBoonoo still poking around at the back line here. Strap pulls out, will get chased down. Picked up by the Jeff. SPCM, though, at least they're able to hold it down, Matt. And for BSDE now, going to have to regroup and re-rally their forces to this next fight. As you said, you know, down a member, they're going to have to play a little bit more strategic if they're going to be breaking this one.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of strategy they can employ here. for the moment, BSDE do have an ult advantage. The Gartrox is available there on the Apex Predator, and they might have the Soul Resurgence, but they are going to lose Mantis immediately. They will be able to get the opening KO on to the Widow, though. So a great start, but SPCM have all the cards in their favor right now. BSDE struggling to sustain through this one. They're doing the best they can. They might be able to get something through it, but they can't afford to be getting singled out like this. SPCM are doing the best they can to hold and sustain for time. Soul Resurgence does come up. Meteor trying to deal with it. Will they survive? Oh, they do! The damage doesn't hit the mark, Tony, but it might not matter.
Yeah, it might not matter here as overtime ticks. And it's Jeff coming through. Going to be swallowing up a few members. McBoonoo and AEL High now left powerless to do anything in this situation. Going to try and split them off. And will get AEL High, but that's unleashed McBoonoo, and he's coming back with a vengeance. OT, and we'll see Bass Descent come through, dashing across and slashing here. Spears toss left, right, and center. And there's one quick KO, looking for a little bit more, something of a reset, but nothing. McBoonoo now just trying to float around the tree for OT. And the portal comes through here. BSDE will not be able to get it in time. McBoonoo falls. SPCM Spaghetti Sauce take the first point.
My days, what a hard-fought battle coming out of that one, Tony. Can you believe it? Fantastic work from SPCM there, as they will be able to get it done in the end. And maybe might be able to do more momentarily here. So we jump in to the second objective now, Tony.
30 seconds before
BSDA, despite playing at a disadvantage, have actually played pretty prominently. You know, they played pretty well despite the circumstances here, Tone.
Yeah, no, I have to give credit. Both teams really making Celestial Hustle look close. You know, but we saw it for the last one. We're now seeing it a little bit in this one. But SPCM going to be swapping over to the Widow. I haven't seen a lot of Black Widow just yet, and excited to see how this one fares, because, you know, we've seen a lot of Black Widow in the mid-season finals, and seems to be that this rework has fine-tuned Widow into an absolute monster, especially looking at, you know, some of the players in the mid-season finals. They're looking good.
Oh, yeah. You think about Black Widow, you think about Bobo. Absolute craziness coming out from Black Widow right now. If they don't get a tune down in Season 9.5, I may crash out. Stay tuned, folks. We'll see about that. But for now, McBoonoo taking a lot of punishment. Will be forced back and does allow SPCM to take early control of the mission area this time. So good work from them. Future Ferris making good usage of the swords as well. But it's McBoonoo slicing and dicing their way through with the spears, getting into gears here, but not able to lock in any KOs yet.
Yeah, no KOs just yet. Kumio in line there for Cheezel. You'll see. Going to be trying to secure some KOs here from SPCM. They actually will take out McBoonoo. Kumio Unleashed comes a little bit late, it feels. And Ayabagamoto trying to stun up a few. It's going to be some seduction here from AEL High, but they are slowly losing members here. Again, as you alluded to in that last point, having that man advantage means that SPCM just need to find that one quick KO, and the fight just gets so much heavy into their favor.
Yeah, heavy into their favor. Try and garner more attention, but it's going to be Bass Descent coming out to garner more than that. But no, they are going to be sent packing out of this one, as they will be stacking up the KOs in their favor. Oh my goodness, Soul Resurgence coming out. A Flight of Desperation actually forces the ITS champ into play, and they only catch their own team. That's a very well placed diamond form there from AEL High. So they will be able to survive the battle a while longer.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get out of there. Ooh, actually, no, Fate of Both Worlds from Renu keeps them up. It's going to be the Meteor being held here, looking for the big slam, and it will be Future Ferris finding it. McBoonoo now swapping over to the Magic, trying to make something happen here, but SPCM are still aggressively controlling this point. You can see how well they're taking this space. They're controlling both the point and in front of the point. It is going to be Psionic Seduction, though, charged up from AEL High, trying to stun up a few members trying to get a big one like he did on that last point, but it is not really happening here. OT for SPCM as they've got the full 99 here, just trying to push BSDE off.
Yeah, doing the best they can to force their hand here, but he is going to be out all high to find the first blows here. Silky Squad are going down, more to follow up. Only 5, 4, 5, 4, 6. The only strategist on a lock here. Will Jaffa be their saving grace, or will they be able to clear the space here? As they do have Soul Resurgence at the ready, but they do not have a Black Widow at the ready. As they trade blow for blow, McBoonoo trying to take control of the show says no, no more. We are back in action, but not if Silky Squad has something to say about it, Tony. They're back on lock, fighting in the front lines as a strategist. You gotta love the discipline here.
Yeah, I love the discipline. SPCM, though, they're back to the point. Overtime is still ticking. Kumio will come out here from BSDE. But that portal's good. Blade comes out here from SPCM, just trying to get that ante across with the double, triple strategist here. Agamotto comes through and locks everybody up. And it's now McBoonoo, Desperate Dash, and Destiny's Child. No, it's going to be no Dark Child. It's SPCM. Taking Celestial Husk.
Oh my days, Tony. That one certainly heated up, especially towards the end there. That was absolutely incredible stuff. Future Ferris 36 taking away the MVP. Mate, that was bloody well deserved. After the meteor we saw onto the Luna in the Fate of Both Worlds there to disengage that ultimate, that was absolutely incredible, my man. And I can't wait to see more amazing plays just like that, heading deeper into the series, Tony. Wow. Great stuff. McBoonoo 14 finals, comparable to Future Ferris's 20 on Magneto. Yeah, there's a reason that Mags almost first banned every time in the mid-season finals. The Scarlet team-up could be it.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. Future Ferris as well,
Oh,
a
yeah.
little
It's
bit
huge,
of
mate.
an untamed beast on the
Yeah.
mag there. Great game from SPCM. Of course, BSC, you know, main deficit. So there's a lot of questions of like, what if we had that sixth member there from BSC? Would it be a different storyline? But for
Yeah.
SPCM, I think there was a lot of right going there, especially on that Vanguard lineup. As you saw, Future Ferris, big dunk, big damage as well. But as well, some great Agamottos coming out from the Strange.
Yeah, especially in that final fight there, they managed to lock down all of BSDE, holding them in place and just really getting that a final blow to close the door on that one. Very impressed. You saw how desperately McBoonoo was trying to sway back to the mission area as well, but today just wasn't their day. But you know what is today, Tony? It's the day to show off what's in the box here. What could it be?
Oh.
Marvel Rivals Ignite. Well, you've come for a treat here today, everybody. You might have seen the preview elsewhere. This is the exclusive pins from the mid-season finals, everybody. Ignite 26. You got Jeff. You got Luna. You got the Ignite pin. You got the drip. Don't ever forget it and stay well equipped. You gotta love it. And hopefully we get one of those later on in the piece, but just want to show off some of the swagger for the stream here today, you know? Some of the good stuff.
It was good, yeah. No, cool collection that the Marvel team have sent across there for you, Matt. And I believe we got some more cool games coming up.
Oh, we do. We do. And guess what? It's new scenery too. It's going to be Bernard T'Challa coming at you with RHHS Coyotes taking on LC Rivals, Tony. And without further ado, coming from me to you, it's time to break through into the draft.
Coming through draft on Bernard T'Challa, Matt. Love this one. Love this one dearly. RWHS and LC Rivals, some familiar faces for us, and of course, seeing a few interesting things being covered. I know LC really like to play this Adam, and you know, Adam has a little bit of a niche this season. You know, the team ups are quite good, especially Ultron. It feels like I can't walk into a charged up Adam without getting KO'd.
Yeah, Adam's just kind of crazy.
I've got hands.
Yeah, like Adam's just charging and barging, you know, that maybe there's a reason Adam was listed as a duelist in the Rivals art book in the past, you know? Maybe because he secretly is a duelist, because he's just crazy with the capabilities he has there, don't. But speaking of craziness, crazier things I've never seen are a Mr. Fantastic ban coming through from RHHS here. Wow, but LC Rivals will not be stifled. They will be taking away the Gambit banner to kick off here, Don't. And we are going to see the Hulk Protector coming out, likely for Zroge here.
Yeah, this is going to be Hulk Protect. I kind of like that one. Zroge's been, at least last term, was pretty good on the Hulk. So, you know, put Zro on a comfort pick like Hulk and let them run wild. Going to be banning out Elsa. Elsa pretty strong at the moment too, Matt. You know, there's a lot of duelists that are good or like really solid. Some a little bit more overtuned than others. But yeah, Elsa definitely feels like a prominent ban. Bucky as well, with all the team ups that he has at his disposal. I believe an infinite ammo of some sort.
You could be onto something there, Tony. You know, Punisher having a bit of craziness with that one. Bucky having a few different capabilities there. Normally, seeing players lean more towards the new Elsa team up with the impact there, because you get a lot of, I guess, more splash damage coming through from your left clicks there on the Bucky. So great to see that one has been banned away alongside Elsa. Does mean that you are going to have to lean towards some of your other duelists instead. So likely could see something like your Black Cat come out. Maybe something even different than that, Zoran. Like, there's a lot of sustainable options that they can put focus towards. Even your Black Widow.
Yeah, no, definitely. Widow,
Ooh,
probably won the thing. Okay. Thing bid for LC Rivals. Maybe, yeah, maybe they want to play dive. Maybe we'll see that magic come through. Of course, that's being currently hovered here. RWHS, a lot of things still up. Gambit, of course, got taken away, which feels stock standard. But a lot of these other bands, it's like, I guess you can make points for it being a good band, but it's also like, there's a lot of stuff available here for both sides. BP for RWHS, Squiddy could look to let that one ride. And, well, for Basasti, gets the Lord Jeff through.
Yeah, well done, well played to Bazasti there. Gonna get the Lord Jeff through, and maybe looking to pull more through there. I see they're hovering the triple strategist this time. Might actually work out quite well for them, especially considering the circumstances of their opponents now. I'm curious if RHHS can display some of or a similar prowess to what we kind of saw from BSDE in to the last matchup there, Tone. So, yeah, I'm keen. I'm curious as to what they're gonna do.
What is shark thing?
Yeah, it's interesting one. Double Vanguard. We're back to 2-1-3 meta for a few of these teams, right? And I was like, okay, there's a lot of team ups. Triple strategist is still so oppressive to deal with.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's been long enough there, Tone. I'm not looking to do it anymore. I'm looking to brush the hand like they just don't care and see how we move our way into battle here. As it will be Moth looking to tread their way over to the mission area now. I'm very eager to see if they will be drawing them in like a moth to the flame there and ready to claim some KOs.
Nice little shield from the Penny. And RWHS slowly actually going to be winning this fight out. They force the Hulk back here. Force the Soul Bond out. We're going to have to break the nest. RWHS on the point now. Strange going to be walking up. LC Rivals also have to be careful. Squiddy in the background of things, but Hulk from Zro. Can't count that one out. Oh, great exile there. Catches the venom before they're able to swing away. That's LC cleaning up the point, potentially. Not if Squiddy's has anything to say about it, but gets taken out by the cloak. LC will secure first point percentage.
Yeah, we'll be able to secure it through there, nice and easy. In the early phase here, Mr. Tony. Very eager to see what else they can do in a second. As Rowe now looks to continue to control the flow of this one. Big KO with their fist there, finding Love 36 and ready to mix things up even further. LC Rivals trying to stifle any efforts to gain strides over the mission area as Penny now meets their demise.
Yeah, Penny gonna get taken out, and now LC gonna control the space. They can play a little bit further forward with the man advantage, and of course with the positional advantage of their composition. You of course have a Jeff in play that makes it easy to top everybody up, and of course as well a cloak to follow suit. RHS, they will lose their first member already, and a second one to fall. The Venom can't get up there. Luna just trying to keep everybody moving forward, but we'll see. Still, again, controlling his space so aggressively, hard to deal with right now.
Torch, Tony. He's back. He's so back. We love to see it. I don't know if you're going to be able to do much with it, Tony. See how it all goes. Moth in a lot of trouble right now and does fall again. So great control coming out from LC Rivals onto this one. So will be hold position, Supernova. It's time to bring it up a notch, Tony. Heat things up here. Karmic Revival coming out though, so even if LC go down, they come right back up.
Great Karmic Revival. It's Jeff coming through. Zasti going to be swollen up one here. And Penny going to be running back to the point, but it's Jeff from LC Rivals, and now it's just the Penny. It's Squiddy as well with the torch in air, getting taken out of air and sent down towards the ground. Dro now just going to try and stop them from a potential portal play, but I don't think they're going to be able to get back on at all, Matt. RHS will drop that one to LC.
Yeah, drop it through, and a very convincing beginning to the series here, Tone. Keen to see how the Stellar Spaceport plays out as the strategy employed by RHS early, unfortunately, not as prominent as they would have hoped for here, but never say never. They may yet be able to do more than we even thought of. Heading in into the next portion here. Looks like it's time to get funky, Tony. They're having a bit of a dance-off.
Yeah. Venom, I don't know, he had moves like that. Find him in the club.
Notes, Tone.
Yeah, find him in the club. You'll definitely might take my girl, Matt.
Oh, I hope not, Tony.
I hope not. I hope not.
You should call her.
I should go.
Yeah.
They gave it tic-tac-toe in the LC Rival spawn.
We have a call to arms right now with the mission area opening up soon, Tony. And a Moth are looking to switch up to Emma this time.
Yeah, swap up to the Emma, not a bad choice, right? A little bit more of a stabilizing presence, and as you said, the Mantis team up pretty helpful in that regard. Sure on Squiddy. Now best friends. On enemies on a little tic-tac-toe game before the mission area unlocks.
I kind of love it.
Yeah, well the rest of them battle it out. It's, you know, the others two just having a chill time.
Yeah, they're just kind of vibing, Tony, aren't they? No, they're still going. They're still going.
Oh, that's a draw.
Yeah, they're going to have to reset and go again, I reckon. Unlucky.
Dark Child coming through. Oh, yeah, really, really good work from the Magic. Dark Child. He's going to be still coming through in return, though. But the Magic's too feisty, too able to move here, and yeah, I believe there was a tie, so now back to the point. It's like a little intermission. It's like a little ad break before we get back to the fighting that happens here on the point.
Yeah. It almost feels like a Rule 1 situation, you know? It's interesting to see that come through, but eager to see what else they can do now as the ults are building up for LC, and now they've managed to get the KO. So looking good at the moment. Oh my goodness, it's Cloak Power, Tony. Cloak Prowess. Feels like I'm watching you on the cloak there.
It's been a while since I brought the cloak out, Matt. I'm a Luna main now, and Luna feels good, especially in this season. I might have to come back to cloak though, because that that new team up where you're just invulnerable for like 2-3 seconds feels really good, especially as a cloak player where you're going to have a ton of people diving on you and trying to take you out early. As we see LC once again controlling space, Matt. I have to give them credit. They're really good at knowing how to maneuver the map and really stop RHS from coming in.
Yeah, they stopped them in their tracks really effectively, Tony, and you got to admire the adaptability. Like, again, they play into the Karmic Revival there, looking to stifle the efforts of RHS sooner rather than later, keeping their team online. They double on to the ult department right now, so they do have the fate of both worlds. Kumio Unleashed as well. It's Jeff from Bazasti is incredible. That's exactly what they needed at the exact right time there. They brought out the dual pull to try and make some impacts there, bringing out the skill issue, pop quiz, whichever ult they used, but it doesn't even matter. Hulk's just aura walking.
Yeah, just farming all of the aura. That's Eternal Bond, World Breaker, OT. RHS attempted the portal, but it's not going to happen. LC, a quick one here.
Yeah, quick and convincing. Just the way they like it, Tony. So, gonna be very happy with that result there if you're in the LC camp. And there you are. You get to see the MVP for Zasti, no doubt. Really impressive. It's Jeff coming out from them, right?
Yeah, no, Basasti getting so much value out of It's Jeff. Time and time again, spitting multiple members off of the point. And if LC, like, the elephant in the room is it's a 6v5. Like, they have the man advantage, but like Basasti just overall, look at all the medals that he's earned. Basasti took over that game. Didn't even need like a whole lot of the rest of the team to do all too much, because Basasti, so many times that It's Jeff was up. Yeah, he was running the show there, and well, that's why you can't give Basasti Jeff.
Absolutely not, Tony. Can't give a Bazasti Jeff and can't allow them to have freedom to do whatever the heck they please onto that one. They had certainly played a great game of Rivals there, and yeah, I'm keen to see more where that came from, Tony. That was just really well done. Really well done.
Yeah, it's interesting as well. Again, going back to our conversation about the triple strategist.
Yeah.
I feel like Jeff's always like a good main, a good third spot, or even like a good main healer there. Of course, you can run the Jeff. We've seen, times in metas previous where it was the Animal Crossing combo. It was Jeff Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket a little bit more of a ban priority for a lot of teams now these days, especially with how good the BRB is, how good the amplifier is as well. Just so hard to shut down. So a lot of teams banning out Rocket leaves that friendly little fella named Jeff up for the taking if teams want to go for it.
Yeah, and I feel like Jeff is a lot more situational now than maybe he used to be. We saw him a lot more commonly picked, especially in pro play as well.
In dive.
In dive. Yeah. But right now, it feels like things aren't so dive-centric as they used to be. Very much more poke, I'd say, especially with Magneto having such a prominent presence there. Emma having some high focus, Groot as well at times being really prominent. So it's unfortunate for you dive-centric players. I think the only one we've really seen is like in a hybrid Venom coming out from time to time there. So that's been fairly impressive to see, I'd say, Tone. And yeah, I'm very eager to see more where that came from, to be honest. But you know what else I'm keen to see, Tony? Keen to see our final map. It's going to be Hell's Heaven coming at you. And who's it going to be coming at you with? Well, it's going to be TGS/SCCC taking on MKC Bombers in Hell's Heaven. And Tony, I can't wait to get down to business here.
Yeah, should be an exciting one. Final map of domination for the day. And, we get to go to Hell's Heaven, a different change of pace again this time around. And, this is going to be an exciting one, of course. Gambit, I thought, Season 9, with all of the team-up changes and all of the infinite possibilities of very strong characters, the Gambit would occasionally get let through.
Well, you know, Gambit says he never folds, but he's been folded away time and time again
Yeah,
here.
in the desk. He's in the back of the desk drawer.
Yeah.
He's not even like freshly put away. He's like all the way in the back gathering dust.
There's the Venom. It's interesting to see, I guess, the difference at the moment, you know, between some of the bans and protects we see here, as well as pro play, where Mattse is top focus at the moment on the top side of things. Gambit sometimes getting let through or banned, but obviously on this side, we see an entirely different ballpark, Tony, and I'm all for it. I love the creativity coming through.
Yeah, no, it's cool to see, like, everybody's still kind of working it out, right? Because it was a big change. Season 9 hit like a truck, and as I alluded to at the
Or like
top
a
of the
dino.
show, like a dino even. We've got a lot of dino hovers here for MKC, and well, a lot of strong picks being locked in for both sides. Luna getting taken away by MKC, respectable one.
Jubilee.
Jubilee is actually one I was just going to touch on. You know, we're talking about all the team ups. Jubilee, also Season 9 character, Season 9 hero. And she's quite fun to play. Does a lot of, like, AOE-esque healing more so than, like, you know, your traditional point-click strategists. So Jubilee allows, I guess, enables dive as well. You know, Jubilee fits in where you'd probably slot a Jeff in, or you can even run the Jeff with it. We've got an Ultron in the mix. Triple strategist with so much firepower here.
Yeah, normally if you are playing into the Jubilee, you would see them play into the Hood team up. Obviously, the Hood are coming into the game in Season 9.5 this upcoming week, if I'm not mistaken, or a little bit after that. So with the Hood team up, Jubilee actually gets some enhanced attack speed, which means they kind of transform their energy plasmoids into a hit scan attack. It gives you a bit of self-healing on hit there, and it has the capability of dealing some criticals. So you can definitely give a bit more oomph to the strategist role, you know, and give your own attacking power. Considering that they're playing a triple strategist right now, MKC Bombers, this is really some of the only kind of compositions you see Jubilee get much value in right now, because in the traditional double strategist lineup, she just doesn't have the impacts that you need.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same in the double that it does the triple. Wolverine as well for MKC. I don't like this comp, man. It's dive, but like with a little bit of like new age flavor here. We see the Gambit team up as well on Wolf to allow a little bit more explosive damage from Cheesy the Noob. And TGS. They're rocking out with some stock standard, right? Elsa and Winter Soldier, pretty prominent duo to have to deal with. Ghostly, oh my god, getting exploded.
Yeah, no doubt, mate. They're getting absolutely annihilated there. Incredible stuff coming through from them and theirs, and it looks like there might be more where that came from, my man, as they are going absolutely haywire with it. Yo B doing a huge work, but a wild card. I'm going to be the wild card on lock. You know, there's a big reason that we have actually seen some The Thing bans breaking through in the top side of things as well, because The Thing right now has so much sustainability, it's almost like they're un-KOable, because they just launch those haymakers and they get the overshield over and over again. As you saw, they just kept getting shield.
Yeah, just a walking tank, hard to deal with. Vanguard, that is quite a threat, especially to the dive characters, and that's why we're not seeing dive as much. We're seeing more poke heavy. That Thing, I guess, struggles to deal with a little bit more. Still Thing can kind of dive on and get on top of those hit scan characters. But we're going to be seeing a change up. Half Ghostly onto the group while TGS control the point. Back Bird. Jimmy walking forward there. Laserbeam gets everybody healthy, but also does damage to the enemies if they were to walk into it. We see a Mantis hold out a Wiggly Noodle. We want to see TGS actually maybe get aggressive on this one. The Thing, as you said, throwing haymakers, looks for the clobbering time, and actually will land it onto the backside.
Ooh, and they're going Kraken impactful on this one as well, Tony. Kraken impact. They're trying to shut down Jeff, and they will succeed. Dodge and weave. They love to see it. And They will be able to cleave their way of fourth. So huge work coming out from TGS/SCCC. MKC Bombers being caught off guard here, but I love the change up to the Groot. They've got Magneto to rely upon here, and they do have the firework finale at the ready as well.
We've got a ton to use at their disposal. Off trying, Apex Predator, bang! It is the left right as well from Wildcard. As that fight is done before it even started. Half Ghostly, gonna go for the invulnerable bubble. It looks so silly, but it's so cool at the same time that they gave Groot a little bit more defensive utility. And TGS controlling this point, Matt. So hard to walk up. MKC, they will have that Jubilee ult in play. They do also have the Amplifier. On the other side of things, we've got the Meteor here for Olive Oil TGS. I don't even think they're going to let him walk. They're not even going to be able to touch here. It would seem the thing too hard to deal with, and not in this lifetime. MKC get on. First point of Hell's Heaven to TGS.
Yeah, get on and get forced off of the Super Soldier Factory, moving on to the Eldritch Monument. And yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't commit some of those strategist ultimates to kind of commit forward into the fight there. You know, they had the Seer available on a Yo-Yo-Yo-B there, switching off to the Ultron now. Do still have the Firework Finale available from Hunchback here, so curious if that one gets any use heading into the next stage of the endeavor here. But obviously, TGS can match it, you know, they've got the boundary at the ready here from Mr. Sloth 2.0, and I'm ready to see how they flow their way forward.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they can do with this one. Ultron Psylocke for MKC. I'm kind of actually interested in that one a little bit, because as we alluded to, a little bit more poke heavy in the meta as of late. Actually does allow Psylocke to come back a little bit, right? Because Psylocke's good at dealing with some of those poke characters. You just kind of invis and then dash them towards the backline and secure a quick KO for yourselves. So eyes on the Psylocke from Cheesy the Noob to make something happen here for MKC. But TGS, nothing really having to be changed up here. Of course, just sticking with their Mantis invis, sticking with their they've tried to test Vanguard lineup. MKC controlling early space. Great hook there out of Artoz.
There it is, Firework Finale game out. Trying their best to get the Meteor to burn her through the boundary. They will burn through the Elsa, but not anything else. Clobbering time coming up, though. Good to use the Bulwark Shield there to actually nullify some of the impact of that for Catco Lee, at least. But looks like MKC Bombers will be able to come out on top of this fight, taking advantage of their kit. They pit themselves against the opponent and will succeed at shutting down the thing. Looking to see if they can get anyone else around the corner as well, but this is a great turnaround for MKC Bombers to start here.
Yeah, this is what they're after right now. This is them getting some early momentum. You know, we didn't get to speak all too much because the rest of the game's got to shift it back and forth. But again, you know, you lose that first point, you definitely are in a little bit of a troubled mind state. But Rage of Ultron coming through here from MKC puts them at ease for the moment. Everybody gets topped up as well. The damage is good. And all of the damage coming out from MKC. It is nullified though. TGS, their strategist, keeping distance pretty well. He's going to be dancing the butterfly, not actually fighting all too much. TGS, they know how to counterplay that, and that's just grouping up and playing together.
Yeah, they're so adaptable and reliable here, Tony. You can see what else they can do, but they have to be very careful with the It's Jeff. Well, considering the Kraken impact, they're not going to worry about anybody. Huge flip going out from TGS there, relying on the Kraken impact. Will be able to get away intact here. So good to see they stopped them just over the halfway point, and they've got a nice smooth path ahead.
Yeah, smooth path forward here. TGS have just got Wiggly Noodle back as well. It's going to be Portal on here. Spider Sweep coming through, but then eventually Ultron going to get caught there, and oh my god, no, they're juggling this Penny. He can't get in. He's going to have to go on the backside. And that's just the power of the thing, baby. Too big and too much to deal with. Mini Shook won't get through the point either. So this is going to be TGS just kind of hiding this fight out, securing themselves some more KOs.
My goodness, Lord Twisty in name and nature, twisting, turning their way through KOs for the triple. You gotta love it, Tony, but I gotta love the possibilities of how many ults are available for MKC Bombers right now. Having the Agamotto at the ready, it's Jeff. There's a lot of displacement ults available for MKC Bombers here, and it's exciting me for the possibilities in the next fight. Whoever goes first here could have advantage. We'll see if it is going to be TGS. Clobbering time is available if they want to use it. See how it fares, though, as they are getting caught in the webs, but they might not even need it.
Yeah, this is just a walking army. It feels like multiple vanguards at once, just with the amount of damage that's coming out. The Meteor's gonna slam dunk and no fireworks today. It's all TGS's show. Big is Jeff go back from mini chook, might get them onto the point. Can't quite get across the line there, just will be able to spit them out. MKC at just the final mark will be able to turn the point back.
I can't believe it. You know, I thought about the impact of the It's Jeff and the Agamotto, and It's Jeff delivers right at the final step there. It looks like a portal play is actually coming through from TGS here. I almost feel like it's a little too soon, Tony.
Yeah, only 60%. Down to 70. MKC. They're not even going to give courtesy to claim that percentage, and Agamotto comes across. Rage Voltron on top of the boundary. That's going to keep everybody up here for TGS, and they will secure the KOs there. It's nothing really that they can do about it here for MKC. Now the Penny going to be under fire by this thing who's swinging a fist in a fiery blaze of glory. It's two from the butterfly from Cheesy to Noob, so fight's going still back and forth. Wildcard still throwing some haymakers in the mix. But MKC, they're fighting for it right now, man.
Yeah, fighting hard, fighting strong, looking to see if they can continue, take this to a third point, and maybe they can. They found Mr. Sloth early. This is a perfect turn, finding one key strategist here, and considering that's one and done for their team, it could be all they need, but no! Lord Twisty manages to turn the tide to this one. They don't even need a strategist, Tony. The best of some strategist is gonna be Damage City.
Damage City coming out, Lord Twisty, and where's the Lord Elsa to match the vibe? TGS in quick, dominant fashion here on Hell's Heaven, taking it away from MKC. Again, though, to give credit to MKC, right, they did flip the point a few times there.
Yeah, it was a really competitive series. Like, they managed to flip it forward. I even thought they had the possibility of a third objective there, considering how confidently they were playing. But it goes to show how impactful some of these heroes can be. You know, a split-second bit of impact can turn the tides of the entire series. Just when you think there's hopes of a resurgence from MKC Bombers, no! Access denied by TGS. And I gotta say, that was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely incredible to see there from TGS. One of the newer faces here, Matt. And we get to see what they're kind of capable of. And, wow, I'm liking what I'm seeing going into our, past the Swiss stage and what these two can achieve going into the future here. MKC, I imagine for them it's a hard one to swallow, but that's the nature of Swiss. Best of ones compared to best of threes, where you can adapt a little bit easy in the best of three format. Best of one, you have a rough map, it's all over.
Yeah, over and out without a doubt there. Unlucky, go next, as they say. But it's been incredible to see all the different teams showcase some of what they can do here today, Tony. I'm excited for the term ahead. Things are really heating up in the competition right now, and yeah, I can't wait to see how things fare heading into, let alone the next portion of competition. Whether we're going to be on season 9.5 then, whether it's in week 3, who knows? We'll find out though as we move on, because we could be seeing a whole different game by that point, Tony, and I don't know what to expect, mate. It's already chaos.
Yeah, as we said at the top of the show, 100 and something team ups, and yeah, there's just so much to still be worked out, right? I feel bad for the teams at mid-season finals, Matt. We saw the patch hit, and There was a few words exchanged on Twitter. It's like, oh my god, especially for the casters too of mid-season finals. Props to them, they're doing well. But yeah, there is still a ton to be worked out this patch, and there's still probably going to be a ton to work out going into 9.5 as well.
That's it. But you know what you don't have to work out? You know what's certain is that we are going to give a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best in class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, a big shout out to HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear and Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech, from high spec to precision gear. Officeworks has what you need.
That's it. What you need every single time. And speaking of what else you need to check out Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So big shout out to each and every one of our sponsors. You know them, you love them, and we appreciate all of their support. But speaking of support, if you want to support the AEL, make sure you check us out on our social medias. That's AU Esports League on your X, your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're on it. Check it out. You can see some great highlights there from the competitions. Definitely encourage you to check it out if you get the opportunity. Speaking of checking out, though, me and Tony, we checked into the day. We're checking out of the day right now. It's been a pleasure, as always, to bring you all of the Marvel Rivals from AEL High School Competition Term 3 here. We'll be back same time, same place next week. You don't want to miss it. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out!